Hello and welcome to Twilight Sessions. My name is Prophet and I have a message for you today. Today is day 9 of the Lionsgate Portal Series 2025. It is August 5th right now and we are enjoying some beautiful weather, honestly, here where I am. and yeah, it's a good day. It's a beautiful day. And so today's reading is all about how to tap into the energy of today's portal to the best of your journey, right? So for the best of your journey and for the good of all beings in existence. And this reading is all about learning how to navigate this portal like kind of the most smoothly, how we can get the most out of this time. And so the spread has already laid itself out, so we can get into it. But before we do, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. If you're new here, don't worry about it. This is a timeless reading, even though it is also specific to August 5th, 2025. But wherever you happen to be in time and space, this is an energy reading that likely applies to you. So that's cool. And then also we have the patrons, Archangel Michael and Jesus, here to guide, heal, bless, and protect us. So you can know that those blessings are with you as well. And so you can walk away from this video feeling good about that, even if you leave right now. But if you'd like to know a little bit more, stick around. So today's spread is, it's divided. It's really interesting. So we're starting today with the Justice card. So we've got a major arcana card coming in, major card. And this card is talking about cause and effect. I personally don't believe in karma anymore. This year, or in the past year, I have come to realize that karma is a man-made system to keep us enslaved, coming back lifetime after lifetime. And I no longer want to be a part of that system. And just like any other system, it is optional. So while some people might see this card as a card of karma, I don't believe in that. So if this is coming up right now and you do still believe in karma, why do you believe in karma? What do you owe anyone, really? But this card is coming up because our actions do have consequences. And this is more specifically, again, during this Lionsgate portal, we've been really going inwards. So this isn't so much about your external actions in the world. It really is all about going inside. And so this is talking about your energy and your thoughts and how those ripple out from you. And what you put out is what you get back. I hate those words. They are so abstract. And before I started to understand this stuff, like on a true, like, understanding level, those words meant nothing to me. Excuse me. But now that I have, I've kind of flipped, and now I've, I guess, gotten deeper in my journey, excuse me, those words now actually do mean something. So what you put out, you get back. I will make another video about that sometime, because that's a whole conversation in and of itself. But the point here is the thoughts you think are supercharged right now because of the portal that we're in. So everything you think has potential to take root and become your reality. So the Justice card is reminding you to be extremely curated in your thoughts, and the Nine of Pentacles is coming out right after it. So the Justice and Nine of Pentacles here are definitely paired. And the Nine of Pentacles has come up several times now in our series. And this card is all about refining yourself. This card is all about curating, actually. It's about pruning and creating a beautiful environment for yourself. And in this case, it's energetically. And so what you're doing is you are going inside to find the kind of weeds in your internal garden, find the thoughts that no longer serve you, find the narratives that no longer serve you, find the limiting beliefs and all of this stuff that is keeping you from ascending. Because when you get rid of those thoughts, or sorry, when you're able to allow them to just exist and pass through you without your consciousness like getting a hold of it and then judging yourself and, you know, doing a whole thing about it, instead we're learning how to just let those things go so that we can just continue focusing on what really matters to us. With the Justice card, there's also a strong sense of values and kind of like being the change you want to see in the world. And so this comes from knowing what your values are. And I would even say that right now, during the Lionsgate portal, just kind of like the month of August as a whole, is a good time for you to sit down and think about what are your values. Like maybe make a list, like literally sit down and make a list. I did this recently, it was really powerful, so I highly recommend. But write down your values so that those can help be your guiding, like your compass as we go forward. I don't think that you will need them for very long is the thing. So as we are ascending into the new earth, like the values that we cherish so dearly, which, you know, would be things like community, learning, curiosity, you know, like non-judgment, whatever your values are, like these things are going to become a part of the fabric of our society rather than things that we have to consciously think about to cultivate. So now you're having to consciously cultivate it, but I don't think you always will have to. But the Nine of Pentacles is telling me that now is the time to put the work in. Like go inside, do the internal work, think about your space that you're creating for yourself and make it beautiful. So the rest of the spread here is very interesting. We've got the Nine of Wands. This is the third day in a row this has come up. And this is the card of protection, so you are being divinely protected right now. So as we are in this portal, we are being protected. So there is no wrong way to do this. So I like to make sure that you know that there is no wrong way to portal, basically. That being said, there are different paths you can choose. And the way the spread is laid out, we had the Justice card, the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Wands. So those were all three. And then on the other side of the Nine of Wands, we've got the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. This, I think, is also the third day. The Five of Pentacles has come up in a reading. And I'm pretty sure we had the Four of Cups earlier as well. So we've got two very isolating cards here. These are like some of the most isolating cards in the deck. The Four of Cups is feeling that you are outside of the flow of life, that you are outside of the group, that you are somehow separated from the rest of reality, and I guess even God in this context. And then the Five of Pentacles is wandering alone in the wilderness, injured, just feeling completely at a loss, and desolate is the word that comes to mind when I look at this card. So what I'm seeing here is there's kind of two different ways I could be interpreting this particular set of 5 cards. So we've got the Justice and the Nine of Pentacles talking about creating an intentional environment for yourself that is beautiful, that is abundant, that you get to just really enjoy everything around you because the world that you have created for yourself is enjoyable because you want to live in it, right? So like create a world you want to live in, both internally and then let that ripple out of you because what starts within ripples out. So one way to interpret this would be the Nine of Wands is protecting us from feeling desolation and from feeling outside of the flow. There is no way for you to exit the flow of life at this point. We have already been swept away. And so we don't have to worry about being alone anymore. Like God and your guides are always with you. So then the other way I could be interpreting this is kind of like there's two sides of the Nine of Wands is kind of in the center, and then there's 2 cards on the other side. And so what I'm seeing here is you have 2 options. You can choose to prune your garden, to go inside and like, you know, look at your values, start to reevaluate how you show up in the world and really make a beautiful space for yourself. Or the other option would be to continue feeling outside of the flow of life and to continue to feel alone and all by yourself. So as always, we humans have free will, and so you can choose this. So you can take either interpretation that you'd like. You can have, you know, the one that says you're protected from feeling isolated, or you can take the one that says, you know, choose which path you can choose to do the internal work and create a life of values, or you could go the other way and continue walking a lonely road. But it's completely up to you. And like I say all the time, there is no wrong way to do this. So there is that. Nice. So after I was done pulling that spread, a little stack of 3 cards popped out, as well as they are wont to do in this deck. And the cards that came out were really interesting. We have the Hermit and the 6 of Cups, and these 2 cards have been coming up repeatedly in these spreads. And specifically yesterday. And then we have the 7 of Wands, which I think might be novel for this series, so we finally got a new card. And this is such an interesting trio of cards. So let's dive into it. All right, I don't know what order they were pulled in. They kind of popped out all together, so it doesn't really matter. So we've got the Hermit. This is going within, right? This is going back to the theme of what we were talking about with justice, okay? And there are 2 energies in this space. So one is the 6 of Cups, and this is giving from an overflowing cup. This is having so much abundance of life and joy and energy and resources of any kind that you can give to literally anybody who comes into your sphere and has a need. You can give and not even worry about what you're going to get in return, because you have more than enough for yourself. So there is that aspect of this. And then the 7 of Wands is actually warning us not to overgive. This card is saying, give, be vibrant, be passionate, like go out there, do the thing, but be aware of burnout. Don't let yourself give so much that you deplete yourself. And the Hermit is having the ability and the wisdom, the self-knowledge to recognize when you are giving from a full cup, which would be when you're connected to God and Source. So that Source is flowing through you, so that anything that you are giving is technically just Source, it's just God. And so you are not losing anything in that giving. Or sometimes it can happen that when you give, you, and if you're not connected to the Source energy, you might be giving from your own energy stores, and that's when you leave an interaction feeling depleted or tired, or like an energy vampire just got a hold of you. So this little mini spread is talking about being aware of this, and I think this is a very like specific to right now in the portal. Is wow, you might have just received an infusion of energy, of insight, of wisdom, of passion, of something, right? We've had the Ace of Pentacles coming up a lot in this series, which is talking about new opportunities. So maybe you've had that new opportunity and you're feeling super inspired, and you're ready to like go out and just do the thing. But with this Hermit card coming up, I'm hearing that you should maybe take that inspiration inside and meditate with it, and let it sit and simmer within your soul for a little while before you put the thing out into the world. And I say that because I think we're still on this side of the portal. So we're still in the middle of the portal. We're not on the other side yet. And because of that, I'm feeling that it's too soon. It's premature. And the 7 of Wands is kind of like warning is such a strong word, but like alerting us that if we do dive in right now, or start to give, or pursue this thing that you're so excited about, it will only lead to burnout and frustration, potentially. So take that inspiration that you're feeling from that thing and that overflowing bounty that you're feeling, and instead of giving it out immediately, which I understand you probably want to do right now, see if you can bring it inside and see if you can sit with it and just let it become a part of your being. With the Justice card out at the beginning of this reading, I'm also feeling called to say that as you take this energy within yourself and start to sit with it, like the fact that it's inside of you, it's already rippling out into the world around you. So you might not be consciously giving the stuff that you have received, but you are still giving it out into the world. So there is that. Oh, look who showed up. The Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So funny. Oh, there's a Wednesday. Oh, there's a Jude. We have some little kitty visitors today. Hi, Wednesday. They're getting a huge kick out of this Lionsgate portal, let me tell you. Okay, we're gonna see if there's any more messages for this spread today. What else do we have? What else is there to know about this energy today? Hi, Wednesday. Hi. Oh, nice. The last reading. Okay, good. The last 3 cards of this reading are the World, the Four of Wands, and Strength. So very powerful cards here, very powerful indeed. So we've got the World coming out, and this is the last card in the Major Arcana, and represents completion and like ultimate fulfillment. And always this card is the last card, but it leads to the next level. So this is actually a portal, as you can see in this card. It is literally a portal. And so I think that this is pointing us to the portal, the portal that is happening in just a couple of days. Like we're not able to see the end of it. Like before we were kind of like, I don't see the beginning, I don't see the end, and now you can see the end of the portal. So the end is in sight, we can see it. At the end of the portal, oh my gosh, Wednesday's being so cute right now. Wednesday. We've got the Four of Wands, and this is about stability. And then we've got the Strength card. So on the other side of the portal, we've got stability and strength coming in. The stability from the Four of Wands is telling me that you're going to feel it in your daily life. So it's going to feel like you are settled, you are rooted, you are in a space that is comfortable and safe. And then the Strength card is telling me that through this portal, you will have gained a new level of strength, like personal power that you didn't have before. And I'm actually feeling called to read the Strength little booklet thingy here, so one second. So we've got fortitude, patience, and gentle power. Strength coaxes you to take a gentle but confident approach. There is a similar boldness to strength as there is found in the Chariot, but there is more grace and softness here. Strength affirms that you can bloom directly even if you find yourself in a harsh environment. Excuse me. Approach challenges with fortitude instead of ruthlessly bulldozing forward. Find empathy for the terrain you find yourself in. Have the patience to understand your circumstances and find ways to work with them rather than against them. So that's the energy that we're going to be coming into, which is very much the ability to kind of go with the flow while also staying in your power, right? So we're looking at the Strength card, and this is understanding that the world does not always bend to our will. Like, yes, you create your own reality, but sometimes reality kind of hits us in ways that we don't want or wouldn't have chosen. And the Strength card is having the ability to walk through those challenges, or the ability to thrive in an environment that might otherwise have taken you down. So that's the message. That's the message. We've got the World, so the end is in sight. And at the end, we get a new beginning. So we've had the Fool card popping up a whole bunch of times in this series. The World is kind of like alluding to that Fool right now. But before we get to the Fool, which would be the next stage, the next step, we are enjoying today. We are enjoying this moment. We don't have to even look to the future right now. We can just be in the portal. Like, as we start to come to the close, I'm like a little bit sad because this has been such an interesting week for me, and I'm sure you felt the same way, of just like learning how to ride the wave of energy that is here right now. It's so intense, it's so cool. But like, it is a skill to learn how to kind of let go of the reins and just ride it out. It feels like surfing or something where, you know, you're like, I am controlling how I am in space, but I can't control anything really else around me. So I'm like, there's a lot going on in my environment, and all I can do is control how I respond to that. And the response has been to just kind of go with it and just go with the flow, right? So it's the opposite of the Four of Cups. It's very much in flow. So that's our messages for today. We are here, we are right now, we are living our best life. Look at your values. Make sure that as you go forward with your day that you are living according to your values. And if you don't know what your values are, sit down and think about them. Make a list, brainstorm. Make a list of 5 or 10 values that you really want to support your journey going forward. And then anytime you have a decision of any kind, weigh it against your values to see if it's accurate to you or not. And if it doesn't match, then don't do it. Yes, and then of course the 9 of Wands here is just reminding you that you are absolutely protected, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, my beautiful friend, my sweet little hermit. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you are enjoying your Lionsgate journey as much as I am, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video for day 10 of the Lionsgate portal. Until then, my friends, blessed be, and peace go with you. I'll see you soon. Bye.